How's it going, everybody? It's Pete J or Pete_J on YouTube, Pete J Play on Twitch, and we are going to play some Plane Mechanic Simulator this morning. Sorry. As you can see, we are with the number 105th Squadron. I am a corporal, and we're working on mosquitoes. So we were moving along. It was 8 a.m. on the airfield. So 9 p.m. on the airfield, and then we'll do 9 a.m. in hangar, I guess. So, the 2,100 hours? I keep saying it to figure out where I was at, and I just don't do it. But I promise you, between this episode and the next episode, I'm going to figure out where we are and what we're doing, and I will get it nailed down, I promise you. I know I've said it before, but it is what it is. You do the best you can and you hope for the best, right? So the last time we were on this title, we were working on the Mosquito. Had some issues with the oil overheating, so we had a couple oil coolers to work on. I can't remember what we were doing. All right, so this is order number 07342. We're working on the Mosquito. We're working for Charles Richardson. He's our pilot. Just returned from a simulated chase. The plane did really good. Even the Spitfires couldn't catch up with us. But I pushed the engines to the limit, so check them just to make sure. Okay. So we're going to refuel the aircraft, we're going to refill the coolant, and we're going to check the pistons and the rings. And I believe that's it. We can do that. Alright, so we're going to refuel the aircraft first. That way we're not holding up the fuel bogey. No, they have 3 different hoses on top of here. I wonder if we could fill multiple. No, it just seems like you get one. Which makes sense because you got to go through this whole thing, and how would you know, how would you know which ones were full and which ones weren't, so. Alright, so we're going to pull the hose out. So that's one. Go ahead and get 2 refueled. Yeah, so I'm excited. We do have to work on the pistons and such, which is, there's 24 of them because we got 2 12 V12s. Whoop, don't overflow. So we have 2 V12, so it's going to be a lot. Check the pistons and the rings. I get it. Okay, so we're going 3 now. I think we did, didn't we get one of the attributes, which was to give us a, basically to have everything checked out, so all we have to do is like a visual. But again, with the pistons and the rings, how do you get to the visual without taking it apart, right? I mean, you're still going to have to wind up taking it apart. But once we do get it apart, it's going to be a lot easier to find out what, if anything, is a problem. And that's 3, so we got one more tank to refill. Let's go ahead and do 4. Alright, and fill her up. Alright. So yeah, so we're gonna get into this. I'm still looking forward to rearming. We still haven't put any munitions on these bad boys, and I'm kind of looking forward to the opportunity to do that. So I'm hoping that the next mission after this one is a rearming mission, because I would really like to do that. So that's that. I think we got to refill the oil, but I refill the coolant. I think we're going to check the pistons and the rings first. Let's check the pistons and the rings first. How are we going to do that exactly? I do believe...
No, sir.
I know. I appreciate the sir bit. That was nice. All right, so we're going to try and figure out, and this is our first time going after pistons and rings on these engines. Again, they do share a lot of similarities with the Spitfire. The only issue is there's two of them, one on each side. So B12s, yeah. So it's 24. So here's our 6 exhaust tubes, but like I say, we can't get it. We're gonna have to pull the cylinder block, I think, right? So this isn't so much about wondering how to do what well, it is, but trying to figure out where things are. It's trying to figure out from this mission, what's going to be the best way to tackle this going forward. Is there a quicker and easier way to handle this? I'm still really just thinking it through, and I think we just have to pull the entire cylinder block assembly, right? Pull the cylinder block assembly, throw it on the benches, take it apart. But again, we do have that achievement, but we can't really get to the pistons and the rings. Definitely not the rings from here, right? So that's the conundrum. How do we get to...
No, sir.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're going to have to remove the manifold. And we got to remove the upper coolant, I think.
No.
Alright. Rocker arm mechanism. Which I knew we had to take the rocker arm. You had to do that with the Spitfire. I just, again, I'm kind of going through this for the first time, so I'm trying to see what, if anything, has actually changed. And I guess some things have changed. Although I don't know. They do seem like they're the same motor, don't they? Is it just me, or? There you go. Alright, there we are. Now, if we go to 3, we got a bad piston right here. Bad piston cylinder, so can we... Oh, that's right, we gotta remove the rings. We go to 3. Yeah, the rings are shot too. Okay, so this is... Alright, let's go back to 1. We gotta pull the rings. Like I said, they don't let you get too far. Oh, no. I hit the wrong button. Okay, so we're over here. They don't let you get too far into the block. So that's it. You just pull that pin and out it comes. Okay, so there's 1. Let's go ahead and do both sides of this engine, and we'll take care of that. Oop, didn't mean to do that. We'll take care of both sides of this engine, and then we'll move on to the next one. But at least that way we'll be able to get one done. Rather than trying to do 2 engines at the same time, let's do one and then we'll get the other one. So there's that. And I think since we've got the cylinder block assembly off, we can also check the gasket, the head gasket, which is another thing that can be an issue. All right. How to Miss Most of the Bolts by Pete J. That glare is killing me. Oh.
No.
Say, don't tell me, no boy. Okay. And we're going to take a look at these, and then that's the other thing. Once you get it over to the bench, we'll take it apart and then rebuild this pretty easily. We got some bad rings over here, so we're going to grab those. The rest of those look good. So yeah, it does help having that attribute. You can get in there and just visual, but you do have to at least expose the issue, you know. And we got one more. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do that. Okay, so now we can get down. Let's go find where our work area is, because normally, yeah, here it is, back here. Okay, cool. So, there you go.
No.
All right, dude, relax. That's the guy. That's the guy that gets you going. He gets you going, that guy.
No, sir.
Yes, sir. All right, we're gonna grab.
No. No. Nope. No.
You know, I'm doing that just to hear you guys yell no, right?
No.
Shut up.
No, sir.
The issue with it is that
No.
the hit boxes are so small. So you get this kind of belligerent guy yelling at you no, and yet you really are, you know what you're doing. You're not doing the wrong thing. You're just having a problem getting to the hitbox. Yeah, that's the part that gets you aggravated. It's like I'm doing the right thing. I just missed by a fraction of an inch. You know what I mean? Spark plug. All right, there we go. All right. Okay, and oh, we should have inspected it. Sorry,
No.
folks. What? Yeah. Oh yeah, we're doing this. So this would be, yeah, this is difficult when you're talking about timed missions, because like I said, there's a lot of unbolting that needs to happen. You got to take a lot of stuff off of these engines. And that's why, as long as we got it, and as long as it's not a timed mission, let's do what we can to try and figure out what the best mode of operation is. How is the best? Yeah, I know. What's the best way to try and get about getting it done? Yeah, I know. No. How did I miss you? There you go. All right.
No, sir.
All right, I had enough. All ya.
No, sir.
No leave. None of you are getting any leave. Not for the foreseeable future, so I hope you didn't have any hopes of getting some R&R, because you ain't getting it. Alright, now, if we hit the 3, you can see the gasket is pristine and the cylinder block is pristine. Okay, but we're still going to take it apart. Alright, disengage, I'm sorry, we're going to disengage. I don't think we can fix anything on the bench. Spacebar? No, we cannot. Okay, so we're going over to requisition some new parts. We're going to need a new cylinder, piston, cylinder, piston, cylinder. I can't remember. And some new rings. So we need 6 new rings and 1 piston cylinder. We're gonna sign off on that, and then we're gonna go. Like I was saying, we still have one more engine we got to do.
No.
All right, quiet down. You don't even know what I'm trying to do, and you're yelling no at me. All right, so there's that. Piston cylinder is in. Well, let's get these rings in. I'm assuming I got that right. I go to 1.
No.
Shut up. I did get that last ring in, didn't I? I'm assuming, right? Yeah, okay. I didn't hear the sound, so I was like, did it get in or did it not? So, okay. It did. So there's that. Now we're going to put the gasket back on. There you go. And then we'll put the cylinder head back on. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's bolt her down. All right. That's the A side. Let's do the B side now. There you go, fellers. Is there any way, can we put the spark plugs back in now rather than waiting? I guess we gotta go the full length. I think this is easier than waiting until we get everything put back up and then trying to put them back on, because they have proven to be a lot more difficult than you would think. Let's see, can we do this side? I think we can. That looks good. Go. Okay. Alright, so there's that. Next thing we want to do is we want to get the valves back in. Alright. For some reason camshaft. Rocker arm mechanism. That was not intentional. That wasn't either. Oy vey, having some trouble here. Alright, we're going to put our rocker head cover on. Okay. So there's that. And then we want to do this. Ooh. There you go. Okay. There you go. I think that's got it, right? I think this set, well, like, again, no, it's not. We gotta get the coolant inlet pipe. Light your hose there. Now we put the exhaust back on. Okay. Exhaust shroud, there's only 4 bolts to this. And I think we're good to go, right? Alright, so now we're over here and we have got piston rings we gotta install. Where are they? Go here. There they are. Yeah. Okay. I think we got this one going. Alright. Gaskets. Pin on there. Okay. And again, we'll go spark plugs first, because I think this is going to be the easiest time to reach those. Okay. Right. One side, we'll get the other side going here. This is just reassembly, like I say. Then we'll fill up the coolant, and then we'll go over and we'll work on the I think it's the starboard engine, is it? Or starboard is left, port is right, isn't that how it goes? I'm not a hundo%, but I looked it up and I forgot. You'll have to forgive me. There we go. Coolant inlet pipe, they'll let us do that. Alright, and we're going to have to put the hydraulic pump on. And the air compressor. There we go. And the camshaft. No. Coolant outlet pipe. What? That don't seem right. Valves ahoy. Okay. Rocker arms mechanism. I thought it was assembly, but it's mechanism. I'm missing all of these bolts again. Come on, man. Come on. There we go. I blame the glare. There it goes. Okay. Get the exhaust manifold back on, and then the shroud, the exhaust shroud. I hesitated because I couldn't remember. Cowling. Alright. It's not letting me get past that. Propeller. Okay. Now we're going to be down here. Exhaust shroud. It's one side, we'll get the other side, and then we got to go over and take a look at the other engine, and we'll assess any sort of issues with those pistons and rings. There we go. Detach, and we'll get down. Grab our ladder. We're heading over. Oh, actually, no. I just said before we go, I wanted to. Refill the coolant. All right, so that's open. Nope. We're going to detach. We're going to go grab some coolant, right? That's what it says. Refill coolant. Okay. Coolant is not out there. It's over here. All right. So while I was away, I went and I was flipping through on demand. And there was a movie called The Mosquito Squadron featuring David McCallum. That was free to watch. You know, it's not an Academy Award winner, but it was kind of cool to see the Mosquito in action. You know, they were using it for reconnaissance. They used it for a couple of bombing raids. It was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. So if you do like the Mosquito, the de Havilland Mosquito, and you'd like to see it in action, again, check out your cable, free movies, and it's called The Mosquito Squadron, and it stars David McCallum, who, if you don't know, was played Ducky on NCIS for a long time. We just recently lost him. Well, not recently, but unfortunately he's passed, and but he is the star of that show, of that movie. And again, it's not going to win any Academy Awards, but it wasn't a bad movie. You know what I mean? And it was just, especially since now we're dealing with the Mosquito. It was just kind of cool to see them actually in action, you know. Cap on. Shut the door. All right, now. Nope, wrong, Peter. So yeah, it was kind of cool. All right, let's do what we do. For King and Country. There's that. Boy, that started out really well. That started out really well, didn't it?
No.
Didn't stay that way, but it started out pretty good. And then I lost it. Okay. Now we can take the top cowling off. All right, and then same thing, like I say, we're just going to pull the exhaust shroud and the manifold. We'll pull off the rocker arm cover and the rocker arm assembly, and we'll pull the block assembly and send that over to the bench. And then we will take a look at the piston and rings and see what, if anything, we can do for them. And we're gonna have to do this. No, that's right. I just said I had to take that off. How quickly I forget. There you go. All right, everybody. Like, subscribe, and follow if you're enjoying the videos. I'm enjoying bringing them to you, and I'd like to continue. Getting monetized will help me out a great deal. So, again, like, subscribe, and follow. It helps me out. All right, so there they are. Here's our 3. Okay, we're looking at... Oh, we got bad rings over here, too. So we're going to pull these rings here. Outside of that, everything on this side looks okay. We're going to jump over here. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to pull the shroud and the manifold. We'll get the cover. We'll get the mechanism, and then we'll pull the whole assembly. There we go. I'm really hoping our next mission is going to be a rearming mission. I don't know why. It's just like I said, we worked on this Spitfire, so we know how to rearm a fighter. Cool. Never had to rearm a bomber. So I'm like I say, I just want to know what the process is. See what we have to do that, you know, to get that accomplished. So, all right. So there's that. Oh, no, Pete. Yeah, I pulled that one valve by accident. When you're pulling the whole head assembly, you have to hold the button down. You got to hold the left button down. And if you don't, you'll come off, and then it allows you to start picking and choosing individual things. So we got another busted cylinder, piston cylinder over here. So we're gonna pull the. We gotta get the rings off.
No.
Oh, I thought I had it. Sorry, sir.
No.
Hey, Chuck. I ain't taking no lip from you, okay? I take it from him, but I'm not taking it from you, okay? Chucky bananas. Some of these are just to make me laugh, you know? Okay, so we're going 1. And again, we have to pull all of this stuff off. The one area you don't... If you're going to get this far into it... Well, first of all, I don't think we can just go ahead and put this assembly back on. I literally think you have to break it down into pieces so that you can put it on back on the plane in pieces. That would be something interesting to actually look into to see if that's true or not. Hey, wait a minute. What happened to the... This is the hydraulic pump. So what was the other one again? I forgot. The air, right? It was compressed air. Something like that. An air pump. Is that missing a pump, or is that just not have one on this side? So I didn't take it off, right? Well, we will see when we get to the reinstallation process, but I don't... Maybe they only have one. I know we took a valve off, but I don't think we took... I don't think we took that off, so it's going to be interesting to see.
Nope.
That's the other thing, we should look at these things. I keep forgetting to do that, but again, it's a cop-out because if you're tearing it down like we are, you know, it doesn't really matter, because if it's broken, it will wind up on the requisition form anyway, you know. But the reality is you probably should be checking them. You should be checking everything before you do. And again, I would also say, though, once you get into timed missions, missions. Once you get into timed missions, you don't really have time to examine all this. You just kind of gotta like do what we're doing. Just take it apart, and you know, whatever winds up on the running over to the bench, fix whatever you can fix, and
No,
then
sir.
requisition new stuff that you can't fix, you know, that needs to be replaced. And again, for your timed missions, that's kind of what you have to do. Break it all the way down, run to the bench, fix what you can, and then whatever's left, you'll get you requisition new, and then you go back to the engine and you just reassemble. That's the best, I think, the best way to handle it. Saves you time and effort. There you go. Oh, Pete, look. Okay.
No.
Okay, 3. Now we hold it down. That looks good. That looks good. Okay, now we're going to take off this. There you go. Alright, 3. We want to look at the head gasket. That looks fine. Okay, so we're going to take that apart. Alright, so let's disengage. We need a piston cylinder, a cylinder piston, and 6 piston rings. So it's very much... Why am I held up? There we go. None of that can be fixed on the bench. We can double check. Like I was just saying how we should double check. Yeah, no. Alright, we'll requisition new. Space. We need a piston, 6 piston rings. There it is. 6 piston rings, 1 piston cylinder. Got it. There she is. Alright, up we go. And into reassemblage mode, which is number 2 on your keyboard. Drop that in, put the pin back in, and we're going to drop these rings on. Alright, we'll go ahead and rebuild what we can. So we've got this site done. Go ahead and put that on. We're going to put this back on. And then, just like the other side, we'll get the spark plugs in next, because those usually, once we get everything on the engine, it gets a little bit harder. And it drives me nuts because I have a hard time believing putting spark plugs in would be that difficult. But maybe it is. I don't know. As I stated at the outset, I have not worked on planes. So your guess is as good as mine. We can get the exhaust manifold back in. I think the shroud's going to have to wait till we get the stuff back on, right? Right. Oh, no, we can get the shroud. Okay. Every little bit helps, right? Alright, so let's go around the back now, and let's get the spark plugs in on the back side here. Okay. What is wrong with my voice today? I got these new headphones, and there's like no self-monitoring mechanism. So it's like I'm hearing myself basically through my noise-canceling headphones, which is which means I'm not hearing myself very well, really. But I'm sure there's a way to do it. I just haven't figured it out yet. It's kind of trial by fire. My old ones just kind of conked out on me one night, and so I just kind of went out and bought what I believe is a good pair, and so far so good. I've had some issues with the audio mic, with the mic end of it. But I think that's, again, that's more operator error, so I have to figure that out. Hopefully it's coming in loud and clear. I'm trying to make sure I'm getting enough of the game sounds that you can hear it, but I also don't want the game sounds to overpower me. Alright, so that's back on. Yeah, it doesn't show that there's anything here, so I'm assuming we were okay that way. Although I don't know why they wouldn't put an extra one on there. Air pressure? What was it? Compression? Something? Can't remember. I'll have to make note of that next time. Alright, so there's that. I think we're done with that now. We've got to put piston rings on here. There it is. Task complete. I like that. Okay, there you go. Love it when a plan comes together. And then just reverse osmosis. Basically, we're just going to go ahead and rebuild, and we'll last but not least, we will refill the coolant on this engine as well, and we'll have this one in the books. It did take us a little bit longer. I mean, almost half the episode trying to do this. That's what I'm saying, is this is when you get to pistons and rings, or even cylinder head gasket, those are like all-day events, man. Those are projects that you really gonna have to, you're gonna have to, work really hard, really quickly, and you're gonna have to get right to it. Especially once we're still in the early stages with the de Havilland Mosquito, but as we move on and the timed missions start coming into play, wait a minute, I jumped the gun, didn't I? Because I did not put. Did I put the spark plugs on? I did put, right, yeah, I did, on the one side. Woof. Sometimes I start talking too much, and I forget what I was doing, but I'm on, even on autopilot, I'm still doing the right thing, which is good. Makes me feel happy. Okay, so we got one more. Spark plugs are now done. Happy for that. Get this back on here. Right. There you go. Okay. How we doing? Coolant infill. Yeah, I was gonna say. Alright, so now we're into valves. Okay. All right. Okay, how we doing? Rock arm cover. Yeah, that's the other thing too, is I think we're getting pretty close already to the next level up, the next promotion. And I don't know what's going to happen, because I think there's only 3 options left. 3 attributes left that we can gain. And then we'll have all the attributes. So it's like, I don't know what we do after that. Off-road mechanic simulator, once you reach that point, it's kind of like, well, you're at max level. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with plane mechanic simulator, but Yeah, like I say, as far as I know, there's only 3 attributes left. So I don't know if another skill tree opens and then we get an opportunity at different attributes or what. But stay tuned and find out. I think we're going to be reaching it sometime in the not too distant future. So, all right. So I think that's it. We're going to disengage. Let's get this. No, we're not going to get that. We're going to go here. We're going back up because it's on the. Thought it was on the. There it is. There. Coolant access door. All right. So we're gonna disengage. Go grab some coolant. There you go. All right. No, I want pour the coolant. Pour the coolant. Yeah, this one's pretty empty. Holy cow. Disengage. I'm gonna go drop this off in the corner here. Go get another can. We need to requisition ourselves some more coolant, I think. There we go. That's it. Disengage. I can't really put that on as long as I got the coolant in my hand, so we're gonna go put this over here. There you go. Come back this way. Let's close her up. Coolant.
No.
Ooh. 2. Coolant tank cap. Tighten down. There you go. Down. Disengage. Get down. Let's get our ladder out of here. Alright. There she is. That's still a horrible picture. Got anything good? Any kind of good angles? Anything? Anything cool to look at? Not really, no. I think that's pretty good. F12. There you go. Alright, refuel the aircraft, check, refill the coolant, check pistons. We'll sign off on that. Task list. Check, check. Chickadee, check, check, check. Perfect job. We are going to be, we're at 3,066 merit points. We need to get to 3,500 merit points. We're going to continue our career. Hopefully we can get another one in here before the hour is up. This is order number 07351. Charles Richardson, still our pilot. There's something wrong with the right engine. It stopped during the flight and didn't want to restart. See it to it. Please refuel the aircraft and fix the right engine. Okay. Well, that sounds like that's going to be a pretty big, tall order. Let's go here. We'll start refueling. All right. Okay. 1 tank filled. Whoa. Whoa, that was loud. That was a loud one. Second tank getting filled. There it is. fill the other two. Just trying to get quicker at it, because I know, like as we stated, we're going to wind up getting into some timed missions here sooner rather than later. So the faster we can get through this, the better we're going to be. So the right engine stalled and they couldn't get it restarted. So what do you think? Where are you putting your money? Where's everybody putting their money? Throw it in the comments. Fuel system? Thinking fuel system? Thinking electrical? Could it be electrical system maybe? We really haven't done much with the electrical system yet. We haven't really done much with the fuel system though. So there you go. But we'll get in there, and since it's not a timed mission, we'll be able to use our investigative tool, and we will figure out where the problem lies, and we'll get it taken care of. The right engine, and it's the pilot, so I'm going to assume it's the starboard, because from the pilot standpoint, that would be the right engine. Okay. So let us go and grab the ladder. Let us remove-acate the cowling. Let's take a look. Okay. Okay, I see. There you go. Alright, so there's that.
Sir.
Oh, that's right, I gotta remove the other side first. Alright, here we go. Working in the rain. I don't mind it. It's not too cool. I think if it was cold and rainy, it would bother me, but it's not bad. Alright, so first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to want to take just a precursory sweep over the engine with our examination tool. Okay? So, oh look, we can already see a damaged again, thanks to the attributes that we've been able to acquire. So the right magneto is damaged, and so is the left. We can kind of see. I'm afraid to grab, because they're going to yell at me. No, you know. But we can see both magnetos seem to be damaged. So I think what we'll do is we'll go ahead and pull the two magnetos, and we'll get those repaired, and we'll see what happens from there. If that takes care of the issue or not. There's the right magneto. We're going to grab this left magneto as well. Oh, wait a minute. Look at that flywheel. Wheel case. I'm sorry, not the flywheel, but the wheel case. That looks like that may have some problems as well. So we're going to go ahead. That wheel case does not look good. Let's hit the 3. Supercharger. Supercharger is pristine. The wheel case is damaged though. Okay. That's what I thought. I thought that wheel case might be damaged. Hydraulic pump is pristine. Okay. We got down here the engine starter. Pristine. Okay. I was putting my money on that being a possible issue. How about the oil valve? That's all right. That's all right. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to take the super.
Nope.
Oop, we gotta take all of the. We gotta take all of that
No.
out. Yeah, we got. Okay, shut up.
No.
Ah. Honestly, I gotta take.
No.
I gotta take everything off the engine. Okay. Well. Well, at least it stopped from raining. All right, so that can come off. We're gonna have to take the coolant intake pipe off. I don't think we have to take the manifold off. Can I take this off now? Thank you. Okay, so there's that. I want to remove...
No.
Still got to remove all of this stuff. Really? All of this stuff? Alright,
No.
yeah, I was gonna say, I guess we could just do individual parts. I don't think we have to, for a minute there I was thinking I was gonna have to remove the whole assembly, but I think we can just get away with just doing these inside issues here, and then the inlet pipe down here, right? And we gotta get this upper ignition wire off. Sorry. I am trying to think through my actions here.
No, sir.
Oh, you gotta be... yeah, because I think I do have to take...
No.
Yeah, I gotta take that off too. And I can't get that off with this shroud on or with the cylinder head on, cylinder head cover. Sorry. I gotta remove those. I gotta remove those all the time. Why do I always have to remove those? Anyway. Alright, so now we can get the induction pipe, coolant induction pipe, right? Alright, so we're going to back out because we don't want the whole assembly. We're going to, we want the left coolant outlet, not induction, outlet pipe. Pete, you've been saying it wrong this whole time. Excuse me, folks, we got to remove the left induction? What? There you go. And then the upper ignition wire, and I think we'll be able to do it. So this upper ignition wire. Alright, I went over you 3 times. Come on now. Alright, so this induction pipe runs down the heart of the V. Right in the heart of the engine. I think we got to remove that so that we can remove the supercharger, so that we can get to the wheel case. And the wheel case is the thing that we need to fix. That and the magnetos. We got to fix both the left and right magneto. Oh, there's this. That's right. There you go, and now we got the wheel
No,
case.
sir.
What? I gotta take the bottom off to get the... Alright. Again, another one that sends shivers down your spine if you get a timed mission where the wheel... wheel case needs fixing. Okay, we got to remove the engine starter. There was something else under here. What was it? The hydraulic pump, which we hadn't checked, by the way. And that's fine. Okay. Holding out one bolt. There you go. Now wheel.
No.
Wheel case. You have to basically take the engine apart. What are we supposed to take off on this side? We're taking off the...
No.
Okay, down here. Fuel pump. Oh, I didn't realize that was... Did I know that was there? I don't know if I knew if that was there. That's pristine, so we gotta remove it anyway. So a fuel pump. Alright, well now we know where the fuel pump is. It's attached to the wheel case. I think the wheel case should be able to come out now, right? There you go, finally. The wheel case. Now we didn't have much interaction with the wheel case with the Spitfire, so... I'm going to go ahead and fit... do I, or should I go ahead and take apart, now that we've got it stripped down, and look at the pistons and the rings and the cylinder head? You know, I'm going to do it, right? Because at this point, if you wind up fixing those things and reassembling the engine, only to find out that there are problems with the pistons or the piston rings.
No.
Then you're going to be, you know what I mean? Then you got to tear the whole thing apart again. So since we're already here, and we had it mostly taken apart, we might as well go ahead and pull the assembly and do the rest of the job, and then that way, when we put it back together, we know we're not going to have to come back and... We're not going to have to come back and do it again, right? We'll know everything is good. This way we're not going over the same ground twice, you know? There you go. Alright. And you can go onto the blocks over there. We're going to rebuild you. There you go. Alright. So now we've got it exposed. I think this is everything that there is. So let's go ahead and hit investigative mode. And we can see that our generator is pristine. We can see that our piston cylinders are pristine. We've got no issues to report with any of the piston rings. They all look like they're in good shape. Actually, yeah, they are. They have been checked. Okay. So yeah, so no problems there. The oil control valve looks fine. So no problems there. Like I said, the generator's fine. There's nothing else, I don't believe, inside. No, I don't want to look at that. This copper thing here is, we can't select it. So that's not a part that we can... Oh, a fuel filter. Pristine. Okay. Alright, I think that's it. Okay. Yeah, I think that's it. So that's what we've got. Alright, let's disengage. Let's go to the bench and see if we can't fix any of this stuff. Well, actually, let's go ahead and tear it down because, again, if there is anything broken in here, we'll get it fixed when we're getting fixed. Pristine, pristine, pristine. And the valves will be, that's the next attribute. Like I say, it's one of the three that still remain. And once we get that, we won't have to go valve by valve to check them. Once we open it up, we just hit our 3 button and it will automatically show us the condition. So all of that is okay. That is okay. We can start our tear down, right? Nothing on this side. Yeah, the spark plugs are okay. So let's start tearing it down.
No.
All right.
No. No.
All right. Get a little too close. Either too close or too far, right?
No.
No such thing as...
Nope.
Ah. There we go. There you go. All right. 3, we're going to check this head gasket. There you go, pristine.
No.
Shut up.
No.
Shut up! Guy don't even know me. He don't even know me. Yelling, you stop. No. Tell him no. I don't think so. That guy's gonna get a throat punch. That's what he's gonna get. That'll be the last time anybody hears him say anything. Alright. Yeah, like I said, I'm starting to get the impression that these things are just fine. We've already found the problems, but You and I both know, in for a penny, in for a pound. If you're going to get to that point, we're going to have the engine that taken apart, you might as well check the rest of it out. Because it will happen one of these days where you'll just take it for granted and then you'll wind up having to tear the engine down a second time because it's one of the valves or the head, the cylinder head gasket is trashed, you know. And then you're like, well, if only I would have, oh, that's right. If only I would have jumped on it when I had the chance. Oh, my God.
No.
Yeah, I know.
No. No, sir.
There you go. All right. 3, we're gonna check this head gasket. I was actually kind of hoping it would have been trash, just to just to kind of bear me out a little bit. All right, so we got everything. Everything's taken apart. So if there's anything broken that we can work on the right magneto, we can work on the right magneto. We'll click on that, and we're gonna go ahead and left click and hold and release. There we go. Now we're gonna rotate. We got another spot here. 25% done. We're going to hold and release. 50% done. We've got it to 50%. Let's get it to 75. Click and hold, release. Okay, we got one more spot that needs some work. Whoop, whoop, whoop. There it is. Click. Now we're pressing hold and release. There we go. Okay, so one part fixed. We're going to use the part maintenance. We have the left magneto to take care of now. So we got this here and going all the way down there. Oof. And coming back up a little bit, which makes me happy. I think that's the other thing too, is when you've got several parts like this, I think it gets a little bit harder. I see the speed is already up from your first job. Alright, we got 2 parts fully restored, folks. And now we've got the wheel case. Here it is. Wow, that looks UGLY. It ain't got no alibi. It is ugly. There we go. Got that. 25%. Let's take a look. How's she looking so far? I don't know. Still looking pretty horrible. Still looking pretty horrible. Let's take her up to 50% and see what she looks like. It's starting to come around. Still looks a little cooked, you know. Still looks a little cooked here and there. All right, so let's see if we can't get her to 75. All right, here we go. There we go. All right, 75%. That's good. That's nice. That looks good. We got one more spot here. And we should be able to get it to 100%. There it is. All right, we did it, folks. We got it to 100%. We're gonna disengage from there. And let's go see, are there any parts we need to requisition? I don't think there are. I think those were the 3 broke. Yeah, no parts to requisition. That's fine. We'll go back. Now we're into reassemblage mode. I think I'm going to start down here, because there we go. And there's the repaired. And now the supercharger. And it's got definitely a 2-man job. Alright. Nut and bolt and nut. There you go. And now we're going to get the induction pipe back on. And alright, I don't want to do the ignition, the upper ignition wires just yet. Let's go ahead and get the cylinder block back in. And the gasket. And the block. And the gasket. Let's get the head thrown on there. Okay. Cylinder head. Okay, cylinder head. Alright, so we got the cylinder heads back on. Very good. Okay. Let's get this left magneto back on. And the fuel pump. Okay. I think we're good on this side. That's the upper ignition wire, so like I say, we're not going to worry about just yet. Here's the right magneto, and I believe there it's fixed. I believe the right magneto is lower lower ignition wires. We're going to put the engine starter back on. And the hydraulic pump. Alright, I think that's the bottom, so we're good there. This is another hydraulic pump here. Okay. And we got there, that's already in there. It's just so shiny, you know, that it looks like it's actually right. Okay. Okay. All right. Oops. Sorry, I didn't mean to bang into the microphone, that's for sure. Cylinder head cover can go on. Okay. Can we get spark plugs in? No, I think we got to get the upper. Okay, so the port magneto is the. Okay. Spark plugs. That's it. You got to get the ignition wire in before you can, because it's something they want you to do at the same time. So you put the spark plug in, you attach the wire. Spark plug, wire. Spark plug, wire. Actually, this is lower, isn't it? This is lower, and then this is upper up here. Okay. Kind of forgetting myself a little bit here. I've just been so out of it lately. I don't even know what to tell you. But it's been hard enough just trying to keep my mind on getting the project, you know, getting the job done. I haven't been doing a lot of stellar voice work, you know. It's like I'm barely getting through it, but you know, I'm just trying to keep the jobs going. I am missing all of these bolts. I have no idea why. I gotta be missing at least one more, right? I think they're missing one more somewhere. Lighting isn't great. No, I guess not. Okay. Here we go. Let's get these back together, and then we'll. Come home. All right. Rocker mechanism. get the, oh my god, come on, man, really? Nothing is working. Nothing is working. There we go. A little bit better that time. Alright, here we go. Get the outside done. And then we'll move to the heart of the engine. We'll get that rebuilt. And then I think we're going to be good, right? We refueled it first. That was the first thing we did, so. Okay. Alright, I think we're doing okay. So I think we're going to put the upper ignition wires in first. And then we have to... bolt it on. There you go. Now we should be able to get to the spark plugs. Alright, this is the easiest way. Just remove everything from the middle. Okay. Okay. All right. Two more, and then we got some more stuff to put back here, and then we'll be good to go. There you go. The right induction manifold. Right induction manifold, okay. Left induction manifold. So each engine has both a right and a left induction manifold. Now when you miss all the bolts, it's really fun. There we go. Okay. Then we got the coolant return, right? I've been calling them induction, but they're not. They're coolant outlet pipes. Left and right coolant outlet pipe. Starboard top engine cowling. That on first, then you can get the other ones on. Alright, so these were two long missions, and yet we still have not seen a rearming or reloading or rearming mission yet. Obviously, I think we've also seen in some of those times when I've clipped through into the inside of the plane. Obviously, there's a radio, so much like the Spitfire, I'm sure we're going to wind up having to do some radio work. There's a battery, I'm sure, somewhere. Did we find the battery already, or did we not? I'm not sure. I cannot tell. Did I get them all? Yeah, the glare from down here is horrible. All right, so let's disengage. Grab this ladder. Get that out of the way. I think we're done. Refuel the aircraft, fix the right engine. Okay. Check. Fixed the right engine. Check. And saved spare parts 3. Check. I should get a lot of points for that. I saved 3 parts. 3,121. Like I said, we're making our way towards to 3,500. So if we continue our career, let's just take a look at what the next next week has in store for us. We have to refuel the aircraft, load the aircraft with bombs. Oh my goodness. There it is, folks. That's the one we want. In the rain. Let's go ahead and do it. Let's do it right now. You guys in for it? You're okay with it? Let's see what has to happen here for these bombs. Doesn't seem like, again, the hardest thing might be just the refueling because of the 4 fuel tanks, you know. Ugh. And then, like I said, this is our first opportunity to go and reload. So I have a feeling it's not going to be difficult. They're going to do a little hand holding. I'm not positive, obviously, but we will see. So we got one done. Gonna refuel fuel tank number 2. And I have a feeling, again, I think I just said it. I think I have a feeling that the thing that's going to take the longest is just the refueling. So once we get past this, we'll be able to go ahead and rearm. Reload. We're not rearming, I don't think. We talked about that with the Spitfire. Is, you know, you can load the weapons, you know. Make sure they're filled with ammunition, but then you have to arm them by feeding the actual ammunition into the weapons. So this is it's the bombs. So I don't know if we have to arm them once we load them up, or if basically they just kind of they self-arm. I mean, obviously when you drop them from a great height, you got to figure that once they hit the ground, they won't need too much more, you know, too much more instruction after that. You know, they pretty much know what to do. All right, so one more, and then we're going to be done refueling. And this is a little bit of a longer episode. Like I say, I do try to stick to about an hour, but I've been working so hard to try to get to this mission, only to get a couple of really long repair jobs, you know. So now that we've got it, let's go ahead and take care of it. And then I'll let y'all go. All right. She's full up. There she goes. All right, now, how do I rearm? How do I rearm the, oh. Diagnostics mode, assembly mode, disassembly. Okay, I already knew that. Does anybody know where there might be bombs? I mean, all right, come on, folks. You gotta give me a little bit more help than that. All right, so we know that the bomb bay doors. That's the same menu. We don't need that. If we crouch, right? Whoop. Oh, I'm hitting Q. If I open this, okay, so there's this. Where do I get bombs from? Is my question. That's oil. Is there some place to get bombs? Do I have to requisition bombs? Oh wait, no, those were already open. That's the landing gear. Missing parts. Okay. Alright folks, you're going to have to give me a little bit more information here than you're giving me, because... No? Open? disassemble mode, assembly mode. Alright, so what if I go here, crouch, and I go 2. Oh, so that's it then. Alright, so what you do is you open the bomb bay doors, okay? And then you press the 2. And when you press the 2, alright, so that was just one bomb. Oh, I got another one here, okay. These little clips here, alright? So once you hit the 2, these things just come up like this. And then you just have to hit, and then you just have to make sure that these little clips are clipped in. So that's how you find the bombs. It's just like I say, you don't have to get them from anywhere. You just hit the 2 button, which is the assemble button, and they automatically appear. You just press your left mouse button, and they're automatically inserted, and then you just make sure that those are, and then close the doors. And I think we're done, right? I don't think there are, and then you can disengage. You come up here and you can check. There they are, they're loaded up. First aid kit under the pilots. Seems to be something. Load the aircraft with bombs. Didn't I do that? Is there somewhere else where I gotta load bombs? See any bombs there? Did I miss a bomb somewhere? Are there supposed to be bombs under here? Oh, wait, no, that's again, that's just the wheels. So, what? Disengage. That's probably the reason. Okay, so here we are. Climb the wing. Is there somewhere else that I need to put a bomb? I was pretty sure that I put all the bombs I could. Okay, if I crouch back down, right, and we go back up here, 500-pound bomb. Is there more spaces back here for bombs? This is telling me to close the doors. 3. Fine. 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 Not understanding why it's not saying I'm done. Anybody else know? Okay, so this is part of it. This is just part of it. So loading the bombs is only part of 2. Alright, so this is what they give us. They give us this. This is nothing different, nothing up front. Alright. And again, I have no choice. It's not like I can pick and choose between 500-pound bombs and other types of bombs. These are the only bombs they give me. So that's that. That side is loaded up. This side. Alright, so I think our bombs are loaded, right? Now it's telling me I can close the doors. Okay. So that's that. Now, but it's not... I'm stuck on something. I am stuck on something. Can I... Alright. That's aggravating. Okay. But it's not giving me the timpani of completion. So, why am I not done, folks? What do I need to do? Are there bombs that go up here? No, that's... says where, oh where other bombs go. Right. They don't go on the engines because that would, I think that would throw off the weight, right? Not to mention there's nowhere for them to come out of. That area there, we crouched. Again, this is where the bombs are, so we can see that the bombs are there. Why? This one seems like it should have a bomb or something in it. Because again, it's got that viewpoint, but I can't, there's no way to open this. Is there a way to open it from another angle? Do we have to set something up on the... Wait. There's something in the cockpit that I have to engage or something to reset. Wait a minute, I thought I saw... Oh, that's just reflection. Okay. I'm not sure. This is a tough one. This is a tough one, and they're not really forthcoming with any sort of information. Which kind of drives you a little nuts, because how am I, I'm just supposed to guess how to do this? I mean, reload, is it because I didn't use the jack? Maybe I was supposed to jack up the back in order to reload it. Maybe that's a problem. Is that the problem? Alright, so it's jacked up now. Trestle, tail, okay. Okay. Checked them, they look good. Bombay doors are fine. I think, right? Oh, the door. Alright, Bombay doors are fine. Alright, see, I thought this would be relatively easy, but I'm going to wind up having to look this up because I'm not sure, what else do I do here, you know? Everything's fine. I've got the bombs in there. The bombs are in there. No, I didn't want to do that. This here. Is there anything else we can select? Select the bombs, that's it. I'm not understanding. Door, Bombay door. Why am I not getting the timpani of completion? I want to say I almost believe that it's got to be something here, right? So how do I reload whatever this thing is? That looks like a door, right? Supposed to come off? Alright. stuff seems to... I can't seem to do anything with it. But it's this mechanism has me... What is this mechanism? What does it do? You know what I mean? And why is there an opening here? That's like for reconnaissance, isn't it, or something? There's like I think it's like a reconnaissance. Or something, right? But honestly, I can't select it. I can't open anything and get to it. Maybe we have to go through the cockpit. Maybe that's the case. Let's go. Let's get up on the wing and go 1. Can I open the cockpit at all? I do not seem to be able to open the cockpit. Keep off. There. I'm in 1, right? So I should be able to remove stuff. Let's disengage. And we are in 1, so if there is something here, left wing outer fuel door. Inner fuel door, fuel octane. Fuselage fuel door. What is the fuselage fuel door? Does anybody know? Is this something that I need to fill with gas or something? Fuselage fuel door, 100% octane. Is that, maybe that's what's holding me up, right? From being able to complete this mission. But now the fuel bogey is gone, so I don't know. It doesn't seem like, well, I'm gonna end it, because now we're at an hour and a half. I really thought we were gonna be done with this, and we're not, so I'm gonna have to, I will probably have to do some research, because I cannot figure out why this will not. I've loaded the bombs, that part's done. What else is there to do? I kind of feel like maybe it's got something to do with this front access area, but we just found that fuel access hatch for the fuselage, and I don't know what that means. I don't know if that's something that needs emergency rescue break-in on top of fuselage. Okay, break-in on top of fuselage. I don't know, this seems weird to me. Yeah, I won't hold you up anymore. I don't know what I'm doing, and there's no, and like, as you can see, there's really no information. So I mean, it would be great if somebody could give a little, you know, no, I didn't want to go all the way back. See, that's the problem here, is trying to get into the fuselage is hard enough. And then when you get there, you want to kind of look around and see if there's this. Did I get in through that top part? I don't know. Not let me in now, though, that's for sure, right? Come on, let me in. There we go, okay. Can I select this thing? Can I select anything in here? I cannot, it does not seem to allow me to select anything in here. Okay. No, now we're outside again. God dang it. Okay. Well, folks, I'm sorry about that. It's kind of a false lead. I don't know what to tell you. I will take a look, and I will obviously try to figure out why. You know, reload the mosquito with bombs. Check, I did it, but they won't give me the check, so I don't know why that is. But we'll figure it out, and I'll let you know how we will restart this mission next time. Until I see you again, be safe, be well, be. Where's our? All right. So until next time. This just fell to crap, didn't it? This whole thing just went to crap. Alright, here we go. Alright, so until next time, be safe, be well, be good, be back here next time, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye!